We got a newborn baby. It's been discarded. Looks like it's dead.
You knew that you were pregnant, right or wrong?
For sure, for a complete fact, no. I did not know completely, absolutely, positively.
You realize that we have your computer.
That's not my computer. I didn't really have much concern for the baby. I was more concerned about my well-being and taking care of myself.
Then they turned over like pictures, and I really hope they're not trying to show pictures in the courtroom. And here I go.
When a horrifying discovery is found in a trash bag outside a sorority house at Muskingum University, suspicion falls on a young college student. As investigators dive into the truth behind the gruesome find, unsettling evidence begins to emerge, leaving them to question, is the suspect telling the whole truth, or is there more to the story than she's leading them to believe?
Because he told me it's going to come down to who do they believe, me or the coroner.
Details of the chilling incident that took place on Wednesday, April 22, 2015 in New Concord, Ohio, begin to emerge in a conversation recorded between the student Emily and her mother, Sandra.
Did anyone knock at the door? Yeah, somebody tried to get in the bathroom and knock at the door, but there was no sound whatsoever. The door was locked. They could not get in. Nobody answered. Why do I not know any of this? Because you would have to help.
It began when Emily's sorority sisters found a tightly knotted trash bag resting against the side of the house. They tore it open, uncovering a terrifying scene that would soon send shockwaves through the entire community.
Hey, it's Tim, University PD. Hey, I'm going to need you to send a deputy over here to 125 Lakeside. We got a newborn baby. It's been discarded. Looks like it's dead.
Okay. This call's on the way, too.
Yep, thanks. Bye.
Police quickly arrived at the sorority house where 12 young women lived while attending the nearby university. While it was unclear at the time what pointed witnesses to one specific resident, everyone believed the mother of the child to be 20-year-old Emily Weaver. Detective Todd Maley from the Muskingum County Sheriff's Office conducted a brief interrogation with Emily, documenting their exchange. At first, Emily denied having a baby, but faced with the fact that DNA evidence could connect them, she admitted the child was hers. With the hopes of uncovering how such a horrific tragedy may have happened, the detective returns the following day to question Emily once again. However, little could prepare the detective for the shocking truths he'll soon learn as their conversation unfolds.
When I first came over here yesterday and we first met, you lied at first about being pregnant.
Yes.
And then you ended up admitting that you were. What happened yesterday morning?
You just want for sure from me having a baby.
Of course you were pregnant. Did anybody know about that? Tell me about that.
No one knew about that.
Now, you told me that there was rumors.
Yeah, but I didn't take a test or anything.
However, it would later be revealed that Emily did take a pregnancy test at the university's wellness center. They would reach out to Emily in an attempt to share the positive results, but their calls, emails, and texts would go unanswered, begging the question, did she simply miss the messages, or did she choose to ignore them? The answers begin to reveal themselves in a series of text messages later uncovered between Emily and her ex-boyfriend, Logan. On March 18th, 1 month prior to giving birth, Emily texts, "I don't know what to do besides keep it a secret, and I haven't told anyone about this situation, but it's getting harder to keep quiet about." Emily tells Logan they need to talk about the situation they're in. She accuses him of acting like nothing's going on, saying he has no consequences.
Well, tell me about some of the rumors.
Well, basically, I just heard it coming from one girl saying it. Because my roommate is talking to someone, and he said it was brought up, and some of her sorority sisters have brought it up. But I've only heard it come from that one source.
Why didn't you want anyone to know that you were pregnant?
I didn't exactly know I was pregnant.
In a heated exchange on April 17th, just 5 days before giving birth, Emily accuses Logan of starting a war by telling others, indicating that the two of them may not have been the only ones who knew.
You didn't know you were pregnant. Now, you were showing.
I gained weight. Not an excessive amount, but...
When did you stop having a period?
sometime after August, but I was still like spotting like throughout.
According to Detective Maley's notes from the day prior, Emily also claimed she had no visible stretch marks and experienced no nausea, symptoms usually indicative of pregnancy. But based on a pin about a baby's nursery setup she saved on her social media account and the text she sent to Logan, it's clear she was aware of her situation.
And I don't want to beat you up about this, but you knew that you were pregnant, right or wrong?
For sure, for a complete fact, no. I did not know completely, absolutely, positively.
Emily tells Logan, "I just don't know how to deal with this situation," to which he suggests she go to a clinic. Her response, "I'm 7 months," goes against her claims that she had no idea she was pregnant. As the detective confronts her about this knowledge, she continues to give vague answers.
You suspected you were pregnant.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I didn't.
Okay, and that's what you said last night. You said it crossed your mind, and I said, how did it cross your mind? And you said what? Do you remember? You told me because you gained weight.
A little bit, but nothing significant.
I don't believe that you went into the bathroom and had this baby and it was a complete surprise. That's not true, is it?
What?
That when you went to the bathroom and had this baby, and it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was pregnant. I mean, that's unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect I was going to have a kid right there.
However, alarming clues, including Emily's search history, hint that she may not have been as blind to her situation as she wants the detective to believe. Although none of this still explains what really happened to the baby.
Have you looked up things on your computer, on the internet, in reference to concealing a pregnancy?
What's concealed?
To hide that you were pregnant?
No.
Have you looked up things on the internet in reference to
I don't know how you term pregnancy.
to terminate a pregnancy?
I mean, yeah, I looked things up. But,
On how to terminate a pregnancy?
or, yeah, if it came down. Like,
okay.
and most of it was, like, abortion. It's mostly all I looked at.
However, Emily may have more than considered the idea, as is revealed in a text exchange on April 17th, just 5 days before giving birth. Logan sends a text to Emily which reads, "You should have gotten it taken care of when I told you to." In Emily's bedroom, investigators uncovered a startling new clue, but getting a straight answer as to her intentions would be no easy task.
The pills that were found in your room, what were they called?
It's like black, starting to see.
Is it black cohosh?
Yeah.
Are those pills to induce an early labor or to terminate a pregnancy?
I mean, I think there's like options, but I haven't taken them in a while.
Okay, so those pills do that.
Yes.
Regardless of whether she knew all along or was truly unaware, her decision to hide the truth once labor began raises disturbing questions.
What was going on before the birth?
I just felt like an uncomfortable pain. It's like what you want, I got in the dream.
Is that what you had, was an uncomfortable pain?
Yeah, it wasn't anything like severe. It wasn't like I didn't think anything of it. And then
Where was it at?
where was that?
Yeah.
My bedroom, like in my bed. Just
No, I mean, where was the pain at on you?
oh, just like stomach area, like nothing like it wasn't low or anything. It was just like my stomach. And then I like thought I had the stomach bug because then I went to the bathroom and I kept I pooped a lot. And like the stomach flu's been going around and like one of my housemates had it, so I was like, well, maybe that's just what it is. And so like I was just pooped and then I just laid back down. I didn't think anything of it, kind of like dozed in and out throughout the night. And there's later on, there's like a more like sharp, heavier pain that was lower down. And I went downstairs, like I said, because if it was the stomach flu, 8 girls live upstairs. Like I didn't want it to be contagious, so I would get it. So I figured that would be the best place to go because it'd be the easiest to like don't go, like clean and investigate.
The admission that as many as 8 other girls were sleeping upstairs while she gave birth raises concerning questions about no one hearing a sound or rushing downstairs. However, this still didn't scratch the surface, as a morbid question will soon cloud the entire case.
So then what happened?
And then I just sat there, and then all of a sudden, like, I just felt like a rip and like heavy pressure, and then the baby came out.
And where are you at in the little bathroom?
Like sitting on the toilet.
Okay. So you feel this pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and you said the baby comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you scream? Can you describe how it came out and what it looked like?
I mean, I didn't scream, like I was like quiet about it because I didn't like want anyone to like wake up or be concerned. So like it wasn't like god awfully painful, like, you know, like people hear, like it wasn't, I mean, it hurt a little bit, but it wasn't like that bad. So I didn't really scream. Like I might have like been breathing a little heavier, but that's about it.
So when the baby came out, where did the baby go?
The toilet.
In a conversation with her mother later, the two hint at the possibility of disturbing photographic evidence being witnessed by others.
I really hope they're not trying to show pictures in the courtroom. I have a feeling they are. If your eyeballs.
Okay. Describe to me the baby's position in the toilet.
I was like laying like down. I'm pretty sure like I think there was like paper towels like in the toilet it was on top of. It was like it was facing like, I mean, I was laying, but like it wasn't like turned in the water, you know what I mean? Like it was like head was facing upwards.
And the baby was born alive.
Yeah.
On April 22nd at 7:12 p.m., just before the police arrived, Emily sent the following horrifying text to Logan. "No more baby, taken care of." As Logan demands to know what happened, texting, "I want to know how you killed my child," she states, "I went into labor last night for 6 hours. It was a girl with your dark hair," adding she didn't make it due to placenta complications. However, a later shocking admission by Emily may suggest the truth is not so simple and worse than the detective could have imagined. As Emily continues her harrowing account, she tells the detective the baby was making slight movements but was not crying. Throughout her unsettling account, she never mentions encountering other household members or hearing a knock at the bathroom door, as the phone call with her mom had suggested.
I don't remember any of this stuff. I mean, they said there was no sound whatsoever. There was no you, there was no baby, there was no nothing.
Whether someone may have stood just outside the door, unknowingly within earshot of what was happening inside, remains unanswered, as no witnesses have come forward. For now, the heartbreaking revelation that the baby was born alive raises troubling questions about her death and disturbing possibilities for what may have happened next.
After I tried to like stop some of the war bleeding, like I tried to check on the baby, and it was just like, it really wasn't like it wasn't doing anything.
Now, how did you try and check?
I guess I just like looked, and it wasn't anything.
Okay. So you said you took the baby out of the toilet and laid it where?
Just like on the ground.
Although Emily's story may be true, it seems the detective is reluctant to believe her and might be suspecting that she's withholding a darker truth.
And we talked about this last night, and I explained to you that the pathologist is going to be able to tell
Yeah. If it was choked or something.
the cause of death on the child.
Mm-hmm.
And did you do anything physically to...
No, I didn't do anything physically. Obviously I didn't do much at all. I was more concerned about me than I was baby.
Detective Maley's notes reveal that Emily expressed concern, stating, "I don't want this to seem like I intentionally killed the kid." When asked if she choked the baby, she answered, "There's no way I could even comprehend something like that." Though Emily stands by her story, an autopsy report will later shed light on this tragic mystery. For now, the detective shifts the conversation to what Emily did next after giving birth. She briefly explains that she laid in bed, sleeping off and on through minor stomach pains until about 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
So then my roommate was like, well, what do you want to do for dinner?
And who was that?
Paige.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't really know. So then we just decided to go to McDonald's, at the airport McDonald's.
So how did you get there?
I drove.
Mm-hmm. She go with you?
Yeah, like, felt fine. Went to our room, sat there, ate it. Then I showered. Everything felt fine. I felt fine. So after I showered, I got on the computer. I started typing. I had a presentation due today, so I started like doing it, and I didn't look anything up about the situation on the computer. So if you still you can look that up, but I didn't look anything up on the computer or anything. I just did my presentation, and then that's when fire department showed up and came upstairs and asked if I was okay, if I felt fine. I said yes, and then that's when everyone, like the police department, whoever, came up.
What Emily did with the child following the birth will soon come to light in her own harrowing admission.
I want you to think about this. You know that there's going to be an autopsy on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've went over this and I've got your answers to those questions. If any of that's not true, what you told me, I need to hear that from you because it's going to look much better on you if we hear it from you rather than hear it from the doctor.
Yeah. And if I was going to intentionally look at it, I feel like, I would have like not put its head up and just let it drown, you know what I mean? It wasn't like I intentionally inflicted harm on my kids.
You did?
Mm.
Did you try and keep her alive?
I didn't do anything to keep her alive. No.
So they told me it's going to come down to who do they believe, me or the coroner?
As police arrive on campus and begin to question Emily, Logan sends a panicked message, reading, "What did you do?" When asked what happened immediately following the birth, Emily begins recounting her actions. After giving birth, she describes going to the kitchen and returning with a knife, which she used to cut the umbilical cord. Emily vividly recounts the baby's final movements before claiming they stopped altogether. Afterward, she admits she disposed of the baby's body and other evidence in a black trash bag. Emily then lay down on the couch for around 15 minutes, leaving the trash bag on the bathroom floor.
Then after that, like once I felt like I could like walk, I like went out and I took it outside and I set it just right by the house. Like it was trash day, like I could have took it to like the trash bins, like the trash hadn't gone out or anything, but I just sat it there and I came back in and I was still losing blood, so I just like laid like on the couch.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Why did you just set her right outside the door and not somewhere else?
I just didn't know. I didn't want to like travel. Like I didn't want to throw her like in the trash bin for like the garbage people to like just throw in the trash can. So at one point I thought about burying her, but I didn't want to like take her like away, and then because I wasn't in like I felt like the safest like position yet, because I was laying down and I was still losing blood, so I was just like, well, maybe I need to go if something doesn't stop soon. But then it slowly like started settling down.
Now, why didn't you call 911?
I mean, I probably should have, but I just didn't
Okay.
feel like there was anything left to do. I just thought the baby was gone.
Though we may never know what Emily had been thinking, rising tensions between Emily and Logan shed a horrifying light on the situation that foreshadowed the tragic events that would soon follow. While accusing Emily of drinking throughout her pregnancy, he tells her she might as well just kill it. Despite Emily's grim admissions and the incriminating texts, investigators still have no clear proof of exactly what happened to the baby. However, the coroner's report will soon reveal harrowing details about the child's tragic death. For now, it appears as though the detective is searching for any sign of remorse from Emily as he asks her one final question.
Can you sum this up with how you feel about this?
Wish it could be like rewound the situation, I guess.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
I
I'm
just
sorry.
wish it was like you could go back and I could have like called 911, but I didn't. So
With enough evidence to charge Emily with a crime, she's taken to jail with a bond set for $1 million. While behind bars, conversations with her mom, Sandra, continue as Emily faces a critical decision to prove her innocence.
I have to go to court at 2:30. Oh, today? I either have to take 15 years or go to trial. The prosecutor just came at me and was like, well, we're going to drop if you plead out to this, we're going to drop your two tampering with evidence charges because you've been good while you've been in jail. But he said it comes down to you knowing this whole time about it, having conversations about it, and it just looks bad on you. So go to trial. You think this is a good decision? I think it's your best option. All right. All I can tell you to do is pray about it. Okay.
Resolved to take the case to trial, Sandra reveals their attorney's strategy to present Emily with a positive image in front of the jury.
He was telling me that, or explaining, I need to get you about 4 outfits together, and I need you to look young, but not like a nun. Conservative, young-looking, but not like a nun. He didn't say anything about makeup or anything. I know. I feel like I can't have it. Oh, well, it's okay. You look better when you're pale anyway. I feel like I'm going to look pretty rough. My hair is going to look ridiculous. Just have somebody braid it.
In a tearful moment, Emily reflects after a discussion with her attorney, describing her feelings toward the crime in the face of the upcoming verdict.
He was like, how would you find yourself? And then he's like, whoa, can you say you're going to find yourself in this? Of course I'm going to find myself guilty. I feel. That's what I've always felt.
On July 29, 2015, after declining the 15-year plea deal, 20-year-old Emily Weaver pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Though her motive remains unclear, the defense argued she may have been suffering from a dissociative episode due to having an unperceived pregnancy. In a statement by Emily, she explained, "I didn't identify it as a human being," adding, "I wasn't associating it as a baby. It was an it." At the trial, the devastating truth of what happened to the child was finally revealed. According to the autopsy, the coroner concluded the baby died of asphyxiation. On May 13, 2016, a jury found her guilty of aggravated murder, abuse of a corpse, and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. Emily Weaver was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. However, in December 2022, the case was reopened after an appeal argued that her life sentence did not accurately reflect the nature of the crime and that her punishment was not consistent with similar cases. In November 2023, Emily was resentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 20 years. She's currently incarcerated at the Dayton Correctional Institution in Ohio, where she will be eligible for parole in 2035.